Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. This is Mountie Carl for the Division, and you are watching my Incursion guide. And this is going to be a guide as to do it not exactly the fastest way you can do it, because I've definitely seen videos of like 5-10 minutes of getting it done. This is done 14 or even less, but what I want to do is just kind of cover the basics, go through it, and get you set up for success. So let's get going. Alright, agents, so now we've reached the very first part of our Incursion mission, and we are going to go ahead and dispatch these guys as fast as possible. Feel free to use your TAC link if you have it, because what's going to happen is it just takes time to kill all these guys. It's not particularly tough. I would recommend hitting the snipers and anything yellow first, and then moving on to the shotgunning purple guys, because the shotgunners, they don't hit as hard as some of the other ones. I'm going to go ahead and change my TAC link or my security link over to the healing, and so that we can double revive. And I'm just really trying to be the overall healer, not so much the DPS. I have Ryan running point. Mo is the support for Ryan, and Panda is going to go ahead and run crowd control as well. So as you see here, there's not really a strategic tactic of doing this area first, because there's nothing really. It's just shooting people, and I'm going to go ahead and speed this up because it's really boring watching us just shoot things. So I mean, there's shooting guys to the left, shooting guys to the right, but really you want to focus on getting those yellow guys down as fast as possible. That way you can just go ahead and move on from there, and we got somebody join the party. And we can really just focus on those. Make sure that you don't get flanked. Keep a check on your 6 so that you're not getting hit from behind. People aren't going down and stuff like that. But focus on anything yellow that comes out first. Secondly, focus on the snipers because they will take you down the fastest. And then go ahead and focus on the purple guys. If anybody gets behind you, just run up. Most likely what they're going to do is just run by you, because they're very focused on one thing and one thing only. And once they focus on that one thing, they go for that one thing. It doesn't matter if you're there or not. So you can shoot them as they're running at you. If somebody's behind you and that's their target, that's what they're going to go for. So let's just go ahead and finish these guys out. I'm going to use my M1A here. I'm actually using a Predator build. So and I have the M1A with bleed. I would recommend not using an M1A with bleed if you're using the Predator build, because the M1A's bleed will trump any bleed effect that you have over there. So there's a tank that just came out to the left, the other one's to the right of me, and we're gonna go ahead and put a bleed effect on him and pop his backpack to try and get him down. You really want to get those guys down the fastest, because they will be the ones that wreck your team the most. And always keep an eye out for the yellow guy with the bomb, because he's going to be your main target, because you want to go ahead. We've already done our first part, so right now we're just clearing ways to get to the second part of that, and that's really where the strategy comes in, because the strategy for the Columbus Circle area is really where it's at. And if you really want to get this done fast, make sure that you have 3 tacklings and you're using them in a succession, like a round robin. Make sure you're communicating, because communication is key in these incursions. If you don't have a mic, I would highly recommend getting one, and I would highly recommend not doing the incursion with anybody that doesn't have a mic. So if you don't have a mic, I'm very sorry, but it's really, you're not going to be able to do these incursions very well unless you're working with friends or you can hear them. So I would definitely, because when you call out that you're down, so see, here we go, Panda is down. I'm going to go ahead and drop a box and move back into cover so that I could help him out. And being the dedicated healer on the team is an important role, because your responsibility is to make sure everybody remains healed and everybody remains up and active. So if somebody goes down, your job is to pick them back up. Now, I know that most people will do that, everybody does their own, or whoever's closest, but really what it is the person who has the most health or the most toughness and has the ability to pick somebody up does it. You don't want the person with the lowest health to go picking people up, because that just results in 2 people going down. So let's go ahead, we're just going to clear out this and move on to the next part of the incursion, which is going to be Columbus Circle. And as you can see, I'm going to pick up some items here, and we're just going to fast forward to the next part. And so here it is. this is where the real strategy comes in. I am going to be running the laptop man because I am the laptop guy. I have the most toughness, and I can just go ahead and run in and just kind of hit this laptop. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start going in on the left. I'm going to initially just head for the laptop. See, no enemies are really paying attention to me until I actually get to the laptop. And the first thing I'm going to see is there's a sniper. I'm going to throw down my revive box just in case, because the helicopter is going to start shooting as soon as you hit the laptop. I'm going to kill this sniper here because snipers will kill you in this level. You want to make sure you get those guys down first. Ryan is running as the point man. Like I said before, he is going to be picking up the box, and Mo is going to be his dedicated healer. My job is to make sure Mo and Ryan don't go down, and to make sure that, and Panda's job is to crowd control. So these guys here in Columbus Circle, they don't belong here. So we need to get rid of them as fast as possible. Make sure that the circle is clear. So if you're a dedicated healer or you're running crowd control, make sure that the center of the ring is always clear. You want to try and clear it out as much as possible, because you don't want that guy carrying the box going down at all. And you want to try and grab that first box as fast as possible, because what that's going to do is it's going to pull all the guys to the left side, enabling you to, once you get that box into the middle of the circle, to go to the right side and not have any guys for a little while going in there. So also make sure you take care of the snipers. Snipers very important. Also the heavies are very important. Make sure you dive out of the way of mortars as well, because the mortars will mess you up. Most people don't have enough health to go down and survive a mortar blast, and I am going to keep doing this and shoot the tanks, making sure that Ryan has a clear way into the center of the ring, and Mo is going to be healing him the whole while, because Ryan is going to be taking the shots from all of these guys. I'm going down here, so as you can see, but I'm going to crawl back. This is why we run the revive box, just in case something happens like this. And it's important to note, because what happens is when one person goes down, another person will come to revive them, and the mortars will specifically target that group. So now not only do you have one person down, but now you have two people down, and we don't want that. So running the revive box removes the risk of two people going down. Just keep rolling out of the way of those mortars and keeping your focus on the heavies as well. So we want to make sure that this area is clear, so that when we head to the right side, we don't have a constant barrage of shotgunners just going over here. So I'm going to run to the right side really quick just to check it out, make sure everything is clear. As you can see, we've pulled everything in the instance over to the left side, and so Ryan is able to go ahead and move the fuse without any problems. Mo is still right next to him, keeping him up and keeping him safe and keeping him fully healed. Now we're moving to the right side. As you can see, no shotgunners. We're going to go ahead and make sure that this area stays clear. I'm going to try and keep the focus of the helicopter firing right on me. As you can see, he's firing at Ryan now, but we're going to try and keep him firing at me. As you can see, Mo is doing a great job of keeping him healed. I'm going to throw my revive box down here just in case, because what tends to happen is the mortars will try and target the guy running the box. There you go, he's targeting Mo now. So luckily Ryan isn't having to deal with mortar fire. Mo's keeping him healed. Keep heals, just keep shooting him right in front. Anytime a healing comes up, go ahead and just keep it up. You want the guy with the fastest electronics recharge doing this. So it definitely helps out and keeps things going. Keep those guys off of the main guy. Once you put in both of the fuses, the laptop guy, he's going to run to the middle, because you want the toughest guy running into the middle and making sure that you can go ahead and hit that laptop and go ahead and trigger the boss, because that's what's going to keep it going. Don't forget to trigger the laptop, because if you don't, the boss is never coming out and the shotgunners are just going to keep respawning over and over again. It's very important. Laptop after the fuses. Now, once the boss comes out, you're going to want to keep on him, and the best way to do it is the person with the tactician's build should keep. I'm going to go ahead and go over here and revive, do a little revive box, make sure you shoot the shotgunners. The best way to kill these guys, kill the boss in this level, is to keep him using status effects. So if you have grenades, use fire grenades, use explosive grenades, and use definitely use your sticky bomb if you can, because what that's going to do is it's going to make him use his shield to kind of wave everything off and open him up for attacks. So we're going to clear out these shotgunners really quick, and as you can see, the boss hasn't actually come out yet, which is kind of strange. This was actually, we would have finished this a lot sooner. but the boss seemed to have delayed coming out. So we're going to go ahead and move on the boss. We're going to pop these guys' backpack, clear these guys out. For some reason, it seems like this has been bugged, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can find this boss. The boss is very easy to take down if you can stay on him. The shield will become a problem if he gets too many shotgunners around him. And that's really when people start faltering, they start panicking, they try to DPS everything down, and that's not really the way to do this. You want to just go ahead and make sure you can isolate the boss if you can. I use explosive bullets most of the time because what that does is it actually penetrates the shield to where you can actually get the explosive damage on him, and sometimes what it does is it will stagger him back and make sure that you can actually get clean shots on him. So I'm going to run up to the boss. As you can see, he's just kind of standing out there, which is not usual for him. Usually he's moving towards your group and kind of just trying to attack him. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out, and we're going to go ahead and converge on the boss. Now is the good time. If you have tack links up, you want to go ahead and hit those tack links, throw grenades. See, I'm going to use my explosive bullets right here on the boss, and as you can see, the boss actually takes damage no matter what. I'm hitting that shield and the boss is still taking damage, and you can kind of stagger him if you do this. Explosive bullets are a great way to do it, but the tack link is really what's going to come into play. Use the tack link, use the security link. That way you can go ahead and just DPS the boss down and get in there and kill the boss. That way it stops the shotgunners from spawning, because the shotgunners will keep respawning if you don't kill the boss and you just kill the shotgunners. You want to go ahead, don't focus on the ads. The crowd control guy can focus on the ads. 3 people need to focus on the boss and really make sure you're getting him down. If one person moves around behind him while the other 2 are focusing on him, then you really have a great way of doing it. Now, the one thing here is that even with the explosive bullets, the bleed effect will still apply when you do the damage to the boss. So even if I'm not hitting him, the damage, the bleed effect from the Predator's Mark will still go on the boss because you're hitting him 10 times with the explosive bullets. So we're going to go ahead and just DPS him down. You notice he's bleeding for a huge amount of damage from the Predator's Mark. We're just going to keep doing it. I'm going to have one of my guys go ahead and hit that tack link, and we're going to run around behind him. Mo's going to run around behind him, pop his backpack. Once his backpack's popped, he's just going to kind of flail around, and we're going to have a chance to really go ahead and DPS him down now. And you're just going to want to just keep the DPS strong on him. There we go. We got him down. One guy's down. I'm going to go ahead and run over here. Oh, somebody's already gone. We got security link. Go ahead and pick up your items if you want. I would wait until the very end, but once you do that, once the boss, it's pretty easy. All you're really going to want to do is just go ahead and do crowd control and clear out the rest of these guys. Fairly easy stuff. This is not a part that you should go down at. I've definitely seen other groups go down at this point, and we're really reaching the length of our time here in 15 minutes. So it's really, you know, when we first did it, it took us over an hour to do it because we really didn't have a strategy. We really didn't have a good gear set down to really do this stuff. But this is really the group that I run with because we have it to a science, and we can definitely do this in like 5 to 6 minutes. But there you go. There you have it. The incursion has been completed. I got my riot boots. I got my hunter's face mask, whatever that is. And we're going to go ahead and get our 50 Phoenix credits, 33,000 credits, and finish this incursion. Once again, this has been my time. I am Mountie Carl. Thanks for watching our incursion video, and I hope you learned something from this. That is my time. Agent out.